Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you weren't here last week. Just so you know, I post videos every Friday. Today, if you can't tell by the title, we are going to be talking about my embarrassing high school memories. I have so many, and these are just a few of them. I'm gonna tell you guys 5 stories. So I really hope you guys enjoy them. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So story number 1. This is something that can happen to anyone. It's not that big of a deal, but it's still pretty damn embarrassing. And it happened my freshman year of high school. My friend was talking to this kid, and we had only met once before, so he probably couldn't remember me, but I have really good facial recognition. I can't remember people's names for the life of me. I can't. But people's faces, they stick. So when I saw him coming at me in the hallway, like we were in the hall, and he was coming from that end to this end, and I was coming from this end to that end. So he was like going to a class, and I was like leaving the building. So when he was coming at me, I thought he was going to like talk to me in a way, I guess, or something, or he was gonna say hi, because his hand started reaching upward. But it was reaching upward because he had his friend behind me and they were going to high five each other. But I misinterpreted the whole situation and I thought he was talking to me. It wasn't. So when he comes at me with his hand coming up like this, I thought he was saying hi. So I went to say hi and give him the high five. But he kept walking past me. So I went like that, and I like hid my arm in front of myself and I just kept walking because I was like, I don't want to be in the situation, like I just want to keep going. I don't even want to know like what's going on. And right behind me I could hear the kid being like, do you know her? Like, was she talking to you or something? And I was like, oh my God, please stop talking. Don't talk about me. Please, let's ignore the situation. Please tell me that this didn't happen. And I just kept walking and I just like put my head down and I didn't want to know anything that ever happened or existed. And it was a very embarrassing moment in my life. But I lived through it. So story number 2. This story isn't really that embarrassing. It's more funny than embarrassing because personally I wasn't all that embarrassed. I actually kind of made fun of the whole situation on Twitter. Link down below, you know, follow me. So what had happened was, me and my best friend, we had our class together, and for the life of us, we do not know how to shut up. We just can't. Like, we don't even have to say words, we just look at each other and we'll think of the same exact thing and just bust out laughing. And we don't even have to say a word, we'll just bust out laughing. So obviously teachers hate that. And the fact that we could not shut up made the rest of the class want to talk. So we were the reason why everyone else would get really loud in the class, and that just made the teacher even more mad. Like, he just hated that. So one day he just got really mad and he just separated us because we would always sit together. So he separated us and he put us in 2 separate sides of the room. But that still didn't stop us. We just kept talking. So the following week, from when he started to split us and like sit us in 2 different sides, he decided to sit the rest of the class like in a sort of like weird U shape, like really close into the room. And he moved my desk back into a corner and sat me in that corner. So in the picture, you'll see that the lights are all dark. If I can insert it, that'd be great. If I can't, I'm so sorry. But the lights are all off and I'm just sitting in the back corner and he has like the smart board on and like all the notes and everything. And I'm just here like, hey, time out for talking. Great, yay. Okay, so story number 3. I think this was the most painful story. And by painful, I mean like physically painful. Like this shit hurt. So it was not only emotionally scarring, but my ass was killing me. It was killing. My foot was, oh, that shit hurt. What had happened was, my school has 2 floors, right? And the entire school has a everyone has the same freaking lunch. Everyone goes at the same time. And although the lunch sucks, the lunch lines used to get really big. So if you wanted lunch, you had to be the first one there. Like, you had to be like the first few people there. If not, you were gonna spend half your lunch just in line waiting to get food. That sucked. So usually everyone would rush to lunch. So like those like stereotypes where like the kids are running to get their food for lunch and like busting out the doors and like hall's clear in like 2 seconds, that is honestly 100% true. At least in my high school, it was 100% true. Since everyone rushes out at the same time, everyone that's on the 2nd floor runs down the stairs within seconds. So me and my friends would occasionally like convince our teachers to let us out early, and my teacher did that day. So we got out early. We were walking and we were just hanging out. Like, we got out like 5 minutes before, but she was like, be discreet about it because I don't want you guys getting in trouble, and I don't want to be getting in trouble for letting you guys out early. If you see an administrator in the hallway, like, keep it on the DL, okay? Like, be chill about it. So we went into the halls and we stayed in the stairway. And we were just hanging out, talking this and that, and the bell rings to go to lunch. So we were like, oh, let's get the hell out of here, let's go. The second that the bell had rung and the people went to open the doors and me and my friend were walking down the stairs, it's like it all coordinated at once, because in that exact moment, like, freaking bell, it went, "Gah!" and my ass fell down the stairs on my ass, straight down. Like, it went dun 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 dun, just straight down, all the way down. From like, it wasn't like from the top, it was like from halfway through the stairs, I just went straight down on the floor. Everyone was rushing out. Everyone saw me falling down on my ass on the floor. It was like a moment. Everyone had stopped seeing the girl just glide down the stairs on her ass. Everyone laughed about it. It was a moment, and everyone just kept going to go to lunch. But it was a moment where everyone just was laughing. Story number 4. We are almost done with the stories. Oh, this is probably one of the stories that I find most embarrassing. What happened was, I had a crush on this kid. Right? I was a sophomore. I remember I was a sophomore because he was a junior, and I remember I was wearing red because it was pep rally day and sophomores wore red. And I had this crush on this kid for a while, and my friends always told me, go talk to him, say something to him, just talk to him, get to know him, like, make the first move. We're in the 21st century, this and that. Go up to him. He doesn't know you exist unless you go up to him and you talk to him and this and that. And I did. One day, I decided, I was like, fine, I'll go up to him. What do I say? I don't know what to say. And my friend was like, just say hi. And my dumb self was like, no, that's weird. I don't want to just say hi. Instead of going up to him and saying hi like a normal human being, I decided I would ask him a question. Boy, was that a mistake. I went up to this boy, this human being, and I stopped him while he was walking around with his friends. I just went straight up to him. I was like, hey, hi, I need to ask you a question. And he was like, okay, what's the question? And I was like, why do guys walk like penguins? Are you freaking kidding me? That was the question that popped in my head. Are you freaking kidding me? Why guys walk like penguins? What the hell is that? What kind of a person asks such a question? What kind of a question? How do you answer that kind of question? Like, what kind of a mental processing was that? Like, I astonish myself sometimes. Like, whatever. That was the question I decided to ask him. And this poor kid just looks at me with the most concerned face. He's like, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, like, why do they walk like penguins? I restated the question after this kid said he has no idea, like, at all. But like, the way he said it, it was like he was confused about the question. So I felt that I needed to re-ask the question and display what I was trying to say. So I waddled. I was like, yo, why do guys walk like penguins? Like, why do they waddle like that? And he couldn't answer. He just smiled. Like, at that point, me looking so stupid, he just smiled and he was like, honestly, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Thank you anyway. And I turned around and walked away. And I never spoke to him again. It's not okay. That's not okay. But it happened. Never spoke to him again. That was the end of our beautiful story. Moving on to embarrassing moment number 5, and the most embarrassing story of them all. This was my junior year of high school. I was in the dance elective, and we had this dance showcase that we had to do. So anyone who was in the dance academy and in the dance elective had to participate in this dance show. And my dance class had 2 dances. So we had a hip hop number and a contemporary lyrical type of number, right? And the contemporary number was done to the John Legend song, My Head's Underwater, but I'm breathing fine. Yeah, that song, I can't remember for the life of me. The song had just come out, so we decided to do it to that song. So it was like a very like flowy, cute type of dance. We had to wear these dresses, and these dresses weren't like put on full dresses. Like, no, they were wraparound dresses, and they were full black dresses. During rehearsals, I wrapped it around the same way I did the first day of the show. So this was a 2-day show. The first day, I wrapped it the same way I did in rehearsal. But in rehearsal, I was practicing wearing a sports bra. So I tied my dress closer to the sports bra, I guess you can say. Like, I tied it onto the sports bra. And it like was more sturdy, and I guess it held better. And that's why this incident happened. So the day of the show, I decided not to wear the sports bra, because with the sports bra, it was gray, and occasionally you would be able to see like certain parts of it. And our professor had 2 rules. The first rule was, I don't want to see any bras, I don't want to see any underwear, I don't want to see any of that. So you have to wear tights, shorts, and the dress. And the bra that you wear must be black. So sports bra was out of the question. It was gray. Second rule was, whatever you do, do not fix yourself while dancing. So if you have an itch on your nose, you do not scratch it. If your hair is in your face, you do not move it. If your dress moves around, you do not fix it. You do not fix yourself while you dance. The day of the dance, I switched out to a black lace bra. And it did have like little white details on it, but I was like, okay, it's gonna be covered because it's in the front. And the way I was wrapping it, you couldn't see the front. So I decided that that bra would be the best choice. The day of the dance, we go out there, we're ready, we're dancing, we're having a good time. We finish a certain section, and now we're just in the groups for the girls, and the boys had stepped out of the stage, and it was just the girls. It was just like 4 girls. The rest of them were backstage waiting to go in again later on. And when we were doing our movements, my dress got loose. And by loose, I mean this entire portion went down. So my dress was no longer covering the front. It was down here with my entire bra exposed. My little white lace detail was now being seen by the entire auditorium, which was full. At least the entire bottom was full. So, because we were not allowed to fix ourselves, I had to dance the rest of the dance in my bra. No way of fixing it because I did not leave the stage after that middle part. So when it got to the end of the dance and we had to move to the front and sit across the edge of the seats and go like this with our hands, I had to do that in front of the entire left side of the audience with my dress up to here and my entire bra out. So everyone there saw my bra. The next day, I went back to school, I went to my classes, I dealt with it. My professor was nice enough not to take off points because of my bra because I bet she understood that that was a very embarrassing moment. Went to the show at night and I tied my dress 100% differently. Like I was not doing that shit. I was like, nope, not happening. And I wore a different bra. I found a different black bra that was a lot more comfortable and that I tied the dress around correctly. And it did not fall that day, and my bra was not showing for the second day, but there were so many people talking about the fact that my bra did show the first day, and they were asking, they were like, oh, who was the girl whose bra showed on the first day? Like, why didn't it show this day, this and that? And they were all talking about it. So thankfully, not that many people knew it was me, but I knew it was me. And some people did know it was me. And it was a pretty bad moment. And it was pretty embarrassing. Those are my 5 embarrassing stories. That was my life. That is what I lived through in high school. But yeah, that's the end of my video. I really hope you guys enjoyed these little stories, reliving my past, hearing some embarrassing stories. If some of these things have happened to you, similar things have happened to you, please let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. And now you guys know that you're not alone. High school is a very embarrassing time in everyone's life, so there's no point in being ashamed of it. And I know that in high school, it feels like the end of the world and anything that happens feels like it's detrimental to your life, but it really isn't. You'll make it through. High school is only 4 years of your life. It'll fly by like that and it'll be gone and over. And then you'll have 4 more years of college to deal with and embarrassing shit that'll happen then. Because right now in my life, I deal with embarrassing shit all the time. I live an embarrassment of a life. And I'm okay with it because I create stories that I can now share with you. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed these stories. If you did, please let me know, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Friday, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!